Thank you for tuning into our broadcast. We have several stories for you today, such as the forecast for the week, an update on the baseball hitting record for Hank Greenberg, and an introduction to the turning point in the war, the Manhattan Project.
Before we go to our interviews with two of the main people involved in this project, we're going to give you some background information. During World War II, Americans fought a two-front war with the pressures from both Japan and Germany. The United States, aware that Germany was threatening to make atomic warfare weapons, created a secret project in order to develop the technology first. The project was named the Manhattan Project and is one that will continue to have effects on our life forever. While we know the Manhattan Project led to the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, we don't know what led us to do this or how it came about. The Manhattan Project was one of the most secretive projects that the U.S. military has ever created. It changed the way we fought in wars, and it introduced one of the deadliest fighting techniques ever used, atomic warfare. Previous to the Manhattan Project and World War II, atomic warfare had never been used. However, this project altered the way the U.S. military fought in wars, and atomic warfare is still used today.
Now let's go to Aaron with one of the main people in the Manhattan Project, Robert Oppenheimer.
Thank you, Ryan. This project started in 1939. I'm here with physicist Robert Oppenheimer, who is the director of the Manhattan Project. This project included many others, such as Albert Einstein and Enrico Fermi. Who was the drive behind this scientific feat?
You know, Albert Einstein was really the key factor in the Manhattan Project because he was the one who really wanted to discover nuclear warheads, and he was the one who got approval by the President Roosevelt.
Very nice. Roughly, how much did this project cost the United States?
You know, this project was a little bit out there. It was about $2 billion, but it also created 120,000 jobs, which also helped the unemployment rate.
Why was this project so under the radar, and why didn't you want anybody to know about it?
Well, the nuclear warheads are a big deal in the wars, so we didn't want any of our foreign powers to understand the nuclear war.
Thank you very much. Now back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Aaron. Now we're going to go to commercial. After the break, we're going to go to the weather forecast.
Do you remember when I tried to sell you one of these? Well, not anymore. I have a brand new product for you. It's called the TV. You can watch things instead of listening to them. If you want to buy one of these TVs, call 1-800-555-7321. It's only $20. Here's your 5-day forecast for on the West Coast. In Denver, it's going to be rainy all week. In Los Angeles, you're going to be partly rainy, but towards the end of the week, you're going to have clear skies. And over in Portland, you're going to have sunny skies all week.
Now we have an interview with the wife of Robert Oppenheimer.
So we are fortunate enough to run into Robert Oppenheimer's wife. How have the roles of women changed during this Manhattan Project?
We've gotten many more rights, including working out of our homes. And as you can see, I've become a chemist. I've taken over many male roles. Many more women are joining the military now as military nurses, and some even fighting roles in the military. We still don't have as many rights as men, and we don't get as paid as much as they do, and our workload is tremendously more than the men were. Plus, in trying to support our families and taking care of our children, it's not as easy as men have it. But we're just lucky that they're starting to really realize how much potential we have, and I just hope it continues to keep progressing.
Thank you.
Now for an interview with one of the main men who worked on this project, Albert Einstein. Hello, Albert. How are you today?
I'm good, and yourself?
Great, thank you. So the Manhattan Project was a creation process to discover nuclear warfare. Which bombs would you say are the best?
Well, overall we created 8 bombs, but the best are the little boy and the fat man.
Now, what do you think will be the reaction to the nuclear warhead that the USA has created?
Well, hopefully it will end war and just end war in general.
How long do you believe that this project will take?
We don't know an exact date yet, but we're roughly around 4 years, but we don't know for certain.
Thank you, Albert. Now we're going to go to Nick, who will give a brief sports update.
Despite losing 4 primetime seasons to World War II and another to a fractured wrist, Hank Greenberg still managed 331 home runs. His peak year was 1938 when he hit 58 home runs after driving his 183 runs the previous year. On the last day of the 1945 season, the fearsome Sluggers' ninth-inning grand slam won the pennant for the Tigers. This next year, Hank will be traded to Pittsburgh, where he is expected to have even greater success.
Now for some real-life footage on the Manhattan Project. These photos were sent in by our viewers and show the creation of the Manhattan Project as well as the devastation that followed it.
Viewer discretion advised. Thanks for tuning into this broadcast. We'll see you next time. Have a great night.